Yes, good evening, everybody. Good day. Welcome. Good morning to the people all around the world, East Coast, West Coast. Yeah, thank you for having me. Thank you for having Mikhail. So I'm ready. Let's get Moguling.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another powerful topic right here on the Moguling Club. The Moguling presents a powerful topic on Moguling Club where today's topic is plan your financial future. Plan your financial future, which is so important. So, let me give you an overview about myself, and I have Mr. Carlo Joseph introduce himself. I know I talk pretty fast, everyone, so please, I'm going to try to slow down a little bit because I get excited. That's all it is, excitement. So, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Michael Coleman. I am the CEO and founder of Moguling Capital. Moguling Capital is a finance and credit company where we offer installment loans to help you boost your credit score. You can obtain a installment loan from $2,500, $5,000, and $10,000 to help boost your credit score. We report every single month to the bureaus, and it is life changing. It helps you all move up, increase your credit score, so you can get that new car you want with the low interest rate, that credit card that you're looking to obtain, a higher limit credit card with a better score. So we are here to help. We're here to serve. We're here to empower with Moguling Capital, with Moguling Finance, with our Moguling credit system. You can click inside of the description, click on the link right there, and you can start getting your installment loans right now for a small monthly fee, because we're here to help you with that installment loan of up to $10,000. If you have any questions, you can also inbox me. Click there. Along with being the CEO and founder of Moguling Capital, I am the creative director of Michael De Money luxury fashion and beauty brand, which we have high-end fashion sneakers to handbags and luggage, as well as mcslive.net and mcsstreaming.com CEO. mcslive.net is our online ticket service company where we provide opportunities for you to host your next event. So you can create your event and you can sell your tickets, and your customers can purchase tickets through our platform on mcslive.net. You are able to sell 25% more tickets on MCS Live than other platforms, and enjoy, of course, mcsstreaming.com movies, TV, and music streaming at your fingertips, on your phone, your iPad, and on your computer screen at home. With that being said, I'm going to turn over to Mr. Carlo Joseph to have him introduce himself right here on the Moguling Club.
Dang, hold on a second. Hold on a second, Mikhail.
Okay, absolutely. So I'll
No,
give you one
no,
more.
no, I'm ready. Oh, I didn't know I was off of the mute. Yes,
Yes.
hello everyone. My name is Carlo Joseph. I'm with a company called Clear Vision, Clear Path. We're based out of Atlanta, Georgia. Our company, we raise capital, we raise money, and we deploy capital. We invest in entrepreneurs. We invest in entertainment projects and entertainment entrepreneurs, and also we invest in startups and we invest in income-producing businesses. On the entertainment side, we have more of a joint venture structure, which means we partner. We go into a joint venture for a particular, say, film production or television production or concert tour or video game production or app. We also we invest in entertainment companies as well, and so we fund, we create, we help create by providing the funding, and then we market and advertise, and then we distribute, and that leads us into, on the entertainment side, we started Clear Vision TV now, which we're going to launch probably either 1 to 8 streaming services that will give us the capability to reach people all around the globe. About 2.5 billion people is our goal. And we also consult. We have a consultant arm of our company that consults with first-time entrepreneurs or entrepreneurs that's been around, and also the coaching program that we have with Mikhail and Moguling, where we coach and mentor anywhere from business owners, entrepreneurs, presidents, CEOs, just anybody from startups to people that's been in business. So to get them, just like any coach, to pull the maximum out of you, to get you to be better, to get greater out of you, you know, and assist you in having a clear vision and a clear vantage point, and just become sharper. And like any great coach, they get you to overachieve. They get you to do what you couldn't do on your own, and get you to accomplish way more than you could see you ever doing or thinking you could do. Exceedingly abundantly more than you could ever ask or think. And that's it. And I'm thankful for you having us, and thankful for Mikhail allowing me to come on. And we look forward to having a good topic. I was taking some notes and some things to really help everybody with their financial goals. That's
Absolutely.
it.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for that powerful introduction, Mr. Carlo Joseph. Um, so, ladies and gentlemen, welcome again. Welcome again. So, let's get into this amazing, powerful topic right here on Moguling Club, where we have another edition of Moguling Talk, where our topic is Plan Your Financial Future. Plan your financial future. The importance of planning your financial future, because when you plan your financial future, you have a vision, you have a projection of where you want to go. With planning your financial future, there are some things that you have to have in place. You have to have your idea of how you want to grow your finances. And your financial future, it can look something like this right here. I'm gonna give a few bulletin points, and I'm gonna have Carlo come in. It can look something like this right here. It can include what? Invested in stocks. It can include investing in real estate, okay, to grow your money. It can include starting a new business, starting a business. It can include investing in someone else's vision or business, okay? So those are some points right there. When you plan your financial future, you're planning for tomorrow. You're planning for 10 years down the line, 20 years down the line. Not only are you planning for yourself, you're also planning for your children. You're planning with leaving a legacy. So we have to think like that too. That's the aspect of this Moguling mindset, which is so important, is that we have to shift our mindset to be moguling. And when you're moguling, you are thinking on a whole nother level. You are relentless, but not only just the aspect of being relentless, you also are forward thinking. You think about the future. So when you're moguling, it's it's a relentless work ethic. It's also a relentless mindset. It's also a relentless vision, um, for greater, for bigger, for something beyond you. We have to be thinking uh, to that capacity when we are planning our financial futures. We're planning for not only ourselves, but for our children and other family members who are going to come after us. The one thing I love about Sam Walton is that when God gave him that vision to create Walmart, he was thinking, I know he was visualizing way beyond him after he left this world. His kids. And that's a prime example where you can see his legacy living on. It lives on. As well as the Wright brothers who created the airplane. They had a vision first, and then they planned the future. So their financial future, they plan for their financial future, not for just them, but for their kids, and family members who came after them. And to this day, their names resonate with us. Sam Walton, the Wright brothers, for what their vision that God gave them, their accomplishment. But I want to just add, let's plan for our financial futures. So with that being said, Carlo Joseph, jump in and let's give the amazing people who listen today some amazing key points for them to plan for their financial future to help empower them.
Okay, yes. And thank you so much, Mikhail. That was very enlightening. Everybody, I'm gonna go with the basics. Like it, if everybody had a sheet of paper, it's like you would start off like, where are you now, right? Financially. And then That's A. And then C is like visualizing, just like any plan, where you want to be in the future. So what does your end goal look like? Whether that's 10 million, 100 million, a billion, whether it's like owning real estate assets, holdings, whether it's having trust. And reason why I say that, because where we are and where we want to be, it all kind of ties in. Now we have those people have using those, when you sit down with financial planner or come into, you want to start planning for your financial future, just like anything else, it starts with sitting down and writing it down and counting the costs. But it was interesting while I was getting ready for this, the things that came up in the middle was the questions that I wanted to ask people were, what do you need to get your financial goals to your financial goal, your end goal? And how do you get there, right? That's another question. What's missing that will help you get to your financial goals? So you see those, because this is in the chat, by the way. So if you only, I had wrote it in the chat. I
Absolutely.
thought that was very interesting because I'm gonna go over some examples, and I'm gonna use some real live examples of some stuff Mikhail knows about. And when this is very interesting, I want to voice this. And then I did it twice. And then same thing, because you'll see it in the chat. Where are you now? That's A. And then B comes with all the questions. C would be where you want to be, or where do you see yourself? How do you know what is it? What does it look like meeting your financial goal? Because you might meet it like um at 50, you might meet it at 40 something. What happens if you have like $4 billion and you started something, did it, or you have 2 trillion or whatever, and it happened, right? So yeah, what would that look like after you met your financial goal? Yes, after it actually happened, and it probably said it happened like 2 months from now, 2 years from now, or 30 years from now. Yeah, what would that look like? And then we jump, because we got the end, we got the beginning, we got the end. Now the middle is where I saw, this is where I had a question like, are you patient enough to see and reach your financial goal? So whether it was going to take 40 years to reach it, would you stick with the plan to get there? Because remember, you said it, it's not just your financial goal, it's your children's financial goal. It's a legacy. 3, 4, 5, 10, 20 generations down the road will remember this day. And I think patience is a big question. Are you really empowered? And then do you have a financial plan and strategy? This goes with the B column in the middle. Do you have a financial plan and financial strategy that you will follow, or are you willing to follow and stick with? And then who's missing? Like what personnel or what's missing? Whether it's money, whether it's like extra revenue stream, whether it's like diversification of the portfolio, where you got too much in stocks, you want to put some in insurance, you want to put some in annuities, put some in crypto. And then here it is, like what we do, you want to put some in alternative investments. What that means, ladies and gentlemen, you're investing in startups, you're investing in you're investing in other things that are not quote unquote what they call safe investments, conservative investment. You're investing in volatile things. This is not hard. It's just that, like everything else, and we're big. No matter where we start at, we start with the written. We start with the end in mind. We start with write the vision down, make it plain, that they that read it may run with it. Because whether you're like at $1 right now, or you're at like $100 million, or 100,000, 500,000, 50,000, wherever you are right now, remember your plan is for the future. So where you are right now, it's not over. That means you're gonna put something in place that will lead you to that wealthy place, or that promised place in the end, that financial goal. You get where I'm coming from? So yeah, and then I got another thing. All this in the chat, because I want to get into some real live examples. All right, let me get into it now. Where we are right now, we have projects and we have a deal. Our financial goal, I'm going to go right down the list. Michael, you stay with me. I'll use the one that's 10 million. We have a $10 million convertible note. And then, so that's the A is we have a deal that needs funded, our company, Clear Vision, Clear Path Inc., and then C, our financial goal will get this other company to invest the money with our company for business operation and working capital, basically to turn that 100 million into 100 million. That not 100 million to 100 million to a billion, but the 10 million to 100 million through various investments, some real estate, some crypto, some a coin, but mainly, a film production, a television production, things of that nature, or app. Okay, so the middle part is interesting. The only thing that we have in place, because this is where everybody is, we just have to pay $12,000 to have the paperwork and the independent, what do you call it? The independent solicitor, which is like an attorney that's representing on our behalf, to draw up the paperwork and make sure our company is in compliant and meets the standards, and that's it. So you see how simple that was with the A, where we stand right now as a company, Clear Vision. B, the C is the end. That financial goal would be getting that 10 million wired and put in our possession, right? Simple. And so the B would be what's missing, what's the hold up, what do we need to solve? And that would be that pay, right now we got an investor, just have somebody come and pay the 12,000 in exchange for, a percentage of the 10. Now you see how simple that was, Mikhail?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, now let's go right down the line. We're doing good. Now our next situation we have is $150,000. No, that's the B. So it's I'm probably have to write this. The A is we have about $25 million worth of film projects that need funding. Perfect. The C is we have $100 million of funding waiting on us, and a gentleman, 25 million of that comes to our company. 75 million goes to him to do something in Trinidad, Tobago. Fine, and businesses abroad. Okay. Now, you see the A and the B. The A is where we are. The C is our financial goal. To get that $100 million in funding into our company's hand and my partner's hand. You follow me so far, Miguel, right? The simple thing is the B is to get the $150,000 paid. That's more legal costs and all of the paperwork and processing and everything else. And once that's handled, because it's a big international transaction between two big large banks. Okay, so you see how simple that is, right? That's what's missing. That's what we need help with. So in those two illustrations, it's the same scenario. Where we are is A, C is where we want to be, right? That's the goal. B is what's missing or what's needed. And the solution, and it usually is coming with a person to bring that solution. You get what I mean? And everybody will be compensated when we get that goal. Follow me so far, Mikhail, right?
Exactly.
Okay, same thing. We're doing good. Now we're going to go to one that will make where we have A is where we are, our company. We have a business model that needs to be funded for a slate of 120 projects. It came out to 8.3 billion. Okay. C, we have a company that will agree to fund the $8.3 billion. So A is where we are. B with the plan and the 120 projects. The C is the financial goal. Same thing. The middle, the B. What do we need to make that happen? 250 grand, 250,000 to pay for a transfer authorization code. And that will allow that money to be transferred in our possession for us to go execute our goal. That'll allow us to reach our financial goal. And the solution is that's what's missing, and we need help with that. And that would come through either a person or a company willing to put up the 250,000 short term in return for being compensated and get a percentage of what's going on. So you see it every step. It's the same 3 steps. Correct, Mikhail?
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, so now we're moving to the next one. This is good. Reason why this is good, because I want to tell the audience it's possible. It's more than possible. But you have to know that it's three tiers to this: where you are, and where you want to be, and how you're going to get there, and what do you need to get there, what's missing. You know what I mean? So, right in the chat. Okay, ready for that? I'm gonna speed it up. I'm picking it up. I'm catching my steam. Okay, now we got another group. We'll go. We'll say it's eight. That we have another scenario, another financial goal of 50 million. We have a business plan or pitch deck that we require 50 million. That's where we are. A. For us to reach our financial goal of 50 million, what our C, our financial goal is the 50 million.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The B is the vehicle, or that's the in between of how we're getting there. That's the plan. That's the execution. That's what's missing. That's what's needed. That's what we need help with. You get what I'm saying? That's what we got to be patient with. What we got to stick with day by day till we get that 50. Now, in our case, it's real simple. $8,000 paid to the company as a setup fee. They take 1% on the back. They bring them the $50 million worth of funding in. We reach our goal. So what was brought to the table in the B, somebody stepped up and paid the 8 grand for us in exchange for 8 grand back plus a percentage of the 50. Same, you get it so far, Mikhail? You see it?
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay, the next goal, A, we have a project that is $20 billion. It's an entertainment deck where we need $20 billion, and a real estate deal where we need $9 billion, right? And the companies agree, and another $5.8 billion. So that's where we have 3 plans. That's where we are right there, A. And all 3 have been approved by this group. So the financial goal is the C. And that's for the $5.8 billion real estate deal, business model, $9 billion real estate deal, and then also the $20,304,975,000 entertainment business plan, which encompasses buying an NFL team and an NBA team. So $10 billion is set aside to buy a major sports franchise, whether here or abroad. Okay, so you got the A, right, Mikhail?
Yeah.
Business models, business plans. $5.8 billion for the real estate business plan, business model. $9 billion for the real estate business plan, business model, and $20 billion and $304 million for the entertainment business plan, business model, and our company right there. And the C is the company and investors willing to that's our financial goal. $9 billion in funding for the real estate, $5.8 billion in funding for the real estate, and $20,304,000,000 funding for the entertainment. The only thing that's missing is the C. I mean, is the B. And how we get there is we have to pay a $25,000 consideration fee per deal. So we'll say $75,000. And see, as simple as this may sound, everybody's in the same boat. I'm just using real live stuff and bigger, but it's the same thing. Where we are, what we need to get there, what's the plan, what's the cost, what do we have to stick with, the personnel we need to help us. Correct, Mikhail? Correct me if I'm wrong. Look at the chat for me.
I'm looking.
Um, and then also where we want to be, what the financial goal looks like. What's the see? That's the C. The A and the C, everybody know. The B, which is almost like making a sandwich, it's like an Oreo cookie. The B is the part everybody has to stay diligent with, because there's many different ways to get that part done. You get where I'm coming from, Miguel?
Absolutely.
We got one more goal too. Oh, and I forgot. Only thing I forgot to use is the timeline. Oh yes, how could I forget? I'll give an example. Each of the one of those financial goals had a time attached to when we've completed. The B represents how long it'll take us to execute and stick with it. So I'll give you an example. $60,000 would get us $2 million, right? Okay, so 60,000. No, A is where we are. A is where we are. We have a plan where we need $2 million to fund something. The C is our financial goal of $2 million. The 60,000 is a cost to put in escrow to buy the insurance, and it'll take 3 days once it's 5 business days. Once the 60 grand is paid, to get the $2 million in the account. once the insurance is covered everything and paid in. So you see it, Mikhail. So with the B, which is the time frame, man, I knew something I forgot. The timeline of how long it would take to reach that goal, or for that goal to come to fruition or to manifest, or the implementation. You get where I'm coming from. And who
Absolutely.
do we need to help us? And are we willing to stay diligent and stick with the process and be patient till we achieve the goal? Now a lot of the stuff I read off the goals, the quickest is 3 days for both. 3 days for the 2 million. And then the longest would probably be like 2 months or maybe three. But do you see how each of the B part, which is, I would consider that like the bridge or the vehicle that takes you from where you are and what you have, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then what you need to get you to that financial goal or that financial destiny, like a ferry ride to bring it back to knowing. See, that's as simple as I can elaborate it. And I was told to use real live examples so people could see it. In each case, it's the same thing. Everybody knows how they want to, what the goal is going to be looking like. But are they willing to do what it takes? Allow the team of people to come assist them, right? In our case, it would probably be an investor or a partner. Somebody comes in, you know what I'm saying, or an advisor, lawyers, because that's what it is. Since there's large sums of money, lawyers got to get involved, and then now we can go to we can go into the plan. I'm into the chat, and let's look at the team of people that would be needed to see these financial goals become into fruition or happen. Basically, the people I call them like people that'll keep you disciplined or accountable in that in between stage. You ready, Mikhail?
Yes.
Yeah, a financial planner, a business lawyer, and I'll jump right down tax and advisory people, and I'll jump right down to the trust lawyers, you know, and the asset managers and the wealth managers. And see, within that team of people, and I'm looking at the lawyers and law firms, entertainment lawyers, securities lawyers, bank lawyers and law firms, compliance lawyers, and fund administrators, tax advisor and tax planning, business manager, estate planning, asset managers and wealth managers, and accountants and CPAs and law firms. Within that team, they come up with that solution at the B stage. You get where I'm coming from? So a lot
Exactly.
of times when we're missing money, we're really missing wisdom. And just like personnel, we're missing the personnel that has access to the clientele or to the person that will come solve our need or supply that need. You get where I'm coming from?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Just like a team, if we missing a quarterback, I mean, we can only run so long. We can't run all. I mean, we can do it, but eventually we're gonna have to throw the ball. What if we get behind? You get where I'm coming from?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
That.
I would like you to elaborate on that because that was a lot, but I know it helped everybody.
Absolutely. Those said Carlo. I mean, you made some amazing and great points, and I know that our audience who's listening, everyone, I know you all definitely. I know you was taking notes. If you were not taking notes, you can always go back to this recording and you can take notes and start applying this to your life. It's so important, that we be great stewards and that we um, plan for our financial futures. Because not only you are dependent on this, but your kids, your future for your children are dependent on this as well. So these are some things that you definitely have to have in place that Carlo mentioned. I want you to think about this right here. Think about where you are right now financially. Okay, and if you don't like where you are right now financially, you got to do something to get yourself out of this financial situation into a better situation, into a better tomorrow. You got to start taking action, but also taking the right action to fix your financial situation. Okay? Think about, what do you need to get to your financial goals? What do you need? Do you need a mentor? You need coaching? Well, we can do that for you right here. We can get you on the right track. You need coaching for your business.
And
Source.
also, Mikhail, yeah, a team, and also like you said, financial, like just money, maybe seed money to invest in their
Absolutely.
financial future, or pay, or make some investments, and then
Absolutely.
they just, and then when they start making profitability, just pay us back. Yes, and I'm interjecting just to say this: you can borrow for business. So if you're going to borrow, say you borrowed like $1 million or $10 million, right? And you invested in the five baskets. You did some stocks, you did some insurance, annuities, life insurance investments, you did some real estate, and then you did the alternative. Like alternative would be like startups, what do you call them, people? Yeah, private companies, bought into some companies, and then you went and executed and invested in some businesses and started some businesses of your own. Yeah, and then say you took that 10 million and flipped it, or turned it into 50 million. Yeah, you just pay back the 10 plus the percentage, and then you'd have 40 million, but your goal say was 100, then you just 40, or take that 35 million and just, get with your revisor and your team and grow it till you get to that 100. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was it. I just wanted to interject that because we need to let them know, like, we're the one-stop shop. Not that we're everybody and everything, but we could point you into, just like a coach. The coach don't go out there and play for you. They just put you in position to succeed. And that's what we do. And then get the right personnel around you and get the wrong personnel from around you. Yes, your life will change by the quality of people you're around right now. Because one group will be coming out and another group will be coming in. Because that's the group that's ushering you in to your financial goal and financial freedom and your financial destiny that you wrote down on paper. That was it, Mikhail. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely. Very well said, Carlo. And thank you for interjecting. That was very, very powerful and that's very needed, the aspect. As Carlo was mentioning, we are VC as well. So that team around you is so important. You may need funding, seed money to push your business. We can help you with that. Okay. And the thing is that we like helping people who like helping themselves. That is the key to your success. You have to be willing to help yourself for your financial future. Have a plan, which is so important. As I was saying, what's missing? Okay, what's missing to help you get to your goals? Think about that. What's missing? What are you missing? The aspect, like Carl just mentioned, a team. A lot of people have a business, an idea, a plan, but they don't have a team around them. You need the right team that can help you move your business along, okay, at a faster pace. Some people got business that are not moving at a faster pace because they don't know where they need implementation at. But someone like myself and Carlo, we can step in and look at your business plan, your business structure, and we can immediately say, hey, listen, what are you doing now? Okay, implement this right here. Do this, do that to help 10x your business. And I'm not talking about any other mentors or coaches who offer courses. I think they're all are great in their own right. But what we bring to the table as your mentor and your coach is that we're going to tell you exactly what you need to do. We're not going to we're going to walk you through it. You can hop on the phone and say, okay, hey, what are you doing now? Okay, do this right here. And you'll see change. Okay, do this right here. You'll see change. You know, Sometimes it's tough for a person as an entrepreneur to go grab some courses and just like follow along, and read this stuff and try to implement. No, you need someone there with you saying, hey, listen, Mr. Coleman, Mr. Joseph, this is what I did. Okay, all right, this is what you did. Okay, do this right here. What are your numbers? Okay, let's retweak your numbers. Okay, let's add this component. Let's add a new product to help you grow and scale your business. But I'm not going to talk about that aspect, but we're talking about today our aspect of plan. Okay, plan your financial future, which is so important. That is a part of planning your financial future, which means what? Surrounding yourself around the right people, right team, the right mentors. And I'm going to continue with that right there. Um, are you patient enough to see and reach your financial goals? You got to be patient. It's going to take some time, but you have to be patient, and you also have to be consistent with your patient. You have to be constantly moving while you're patient. Okay, being patient don't mean that you are standing still. It means that you know that you have an end goal and you're still moving toward it, but at the same time you know it's not going to happen overnight. So are you patient? You have to be patient while you reaching your financial goals. Also, wealth transfer team, like Carlo mentioned, you got to have a financial planner on your team. You must have a business attorney, a business lawyer, some type of business firm, an accountant, a CPA, a certified public accountant, a wealth manager, someone who manages your wealth as you're moving into that. These are things you have to have set up prior to you obtaining your wealth so that once you obtain your wealth, it's already in place. We don't need to be trying to get things in place once the money come to you. You need to have them in place. Okay? Are you a faithful steward? You know, asset manager. Have your asset manager in place. Your steward is people who can oversee uh, your money, your tax personnel, your charitable contributions that you're making. Because at the same time, that tax is so important. You're gonna have to pay Uncle Sam, or you're gonna have to give to charity to what pay less taxes. So those are some things that definitely need to be in place, which are so important. Um, your business manager and your estate planning lawyer based on your estate, real estate or homes and your estate planning lawyer, have those in place. Your trust lawyer that handles your trust. Your law firm entertainment, if you have an entertainment firm, attorneys for that right there based on your business. Security lawyer, banking attorneys, compliance lawyers, fund administrators, and of course, as I said earlier, tax advisors and tax planners, which are so important. Those compliance laws are very important too, based on your business. Like as of now, finances are super, super important to us because we have started Moguling Capital. We are a finance and credit company now, and we are reporting to the credit bureau all of our um, clients who have installment loans. So we have to be in compliance with all the laws, all the regulations to make sure everything is intact. Because once you start dealing with, any type of credit systems, things of that nature, where it deals with hundreds of thousands, millions of people, that is so important to be in compliance. Any type of banking that you're doing, you have to definitely be in compliance. So we are in compliance. So same thing with yourself. You want to be in compliance and you want to know the law in whatever business that you're in. You want to be able to protect yourself, which is very, 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 very important. Plan your financial future, everyone. Plan your financial future. It is so important. Your life depends on it. Your kids' life depends on it. Your future depends on it. And we want to help you all get to that next level and being super sharp and on top of your finances. With that being said, Carlo, do you have any last empowerment words for our audience tonight before we wrap this up?
Yeah, real simple, just right. I just say we're all winning, and everybody's gonna win financially, and we're gonna keep everything simple. Um, a lot of wisdom will come, and just to let everybody know, there's other people that's gonna help you along the way. Once you know where you're at and you know where you want to be, you just start going towards that goal. And I'm not gonna get all hype and rah everybody, but yes, there's other people that are empowered that empower you. But you have to be able to tell them where you want. That's why it all starts with the written vision, like where you are and where you want to end up, and then what are the things in the middle that you need help with or that you don't have access, whether it's resource, whatever it is. And just for everybody to keep an open mind and an open heart, you're gonna get there. You know, and remember, solutions come from other people as well. You know, and then you have to be. I don't want to use the word coachable, but just have the right heart and knowing that your success is other people's success and other people's success is your success. That's all. You know, and just keep mogling, you know. And remember, see you at the top. You're already there. Straight to the top, nonstop. And remember, love is the reason why we do everything. And wisdom comes before wealth. And wealth is different than being rich. Wealth lasts outlasts you. So that's what we're gearing everybody up for. You know, so whether it's $2 trillion hit your hand or $2 billion hit your hand, you still be ready. You know what I mean? You don't have $2 billion and then you got to go with the banks people. You know what I mean? Then you got to get to know this whole team of people. Does that make sense, Miguel? So you're telling them right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, just start. You know, like you said, just start reaching out to some people, and whether it's us, but some people on that list we gave you, and start building a rapport and seeing tell them what your vision is and see if they line up. We are me and Mikhail have to all go through it. We have to go interview lawyers, interview CPAs, and so it's all about who fits in with us. And who where's the even exchange, or what's that synergy, or where
Hmm.
we share a likeness or kindred spirit, or like you said, they're in agreement with your goal. You know what I'm saying? And remember I told you that, Mikhail, you don't want to just pay people that
Yeah,
don't agree with your goal.
right. You want to have people on your team who agree with your goal, which is so important. And that's a part of the aspect of what? Financial
Yeah.
future, because if you have on your team that's not in agreement with your vision, your goal, you're going to be spending money or losing money on people who don't agree with your vision, and they can ultimately
Oh,
hurt you.
Mikhail, I forgot this too. Yes,
Yes,
everybody on here needs to hear this. You're right. It just came to me. You can do it. You can do it, and you're gonna do it.
you will do it.
Yeah,
Yes,
you will. It doesn't matter. And I'm gonna say this.
will
It
do it.
doesn't matter if you have no money, no assets right now. Let's just talk. Or you owe money. Your goal is your goal, and the people. And that's why I said where you are and where you want to be. So it's very important. Where you are is not where you're gonna stay. Well, I don't know if people ride buses, trains, or planes. Well, a plane. You left Los Angeles. That's where you are. But the plane's headed to Miami. That's like your financial goal. So, Mikhail, all they have to do is get on the plane, right? And buckle up, right?
Absolutely.
And it's going to take them to their destination. And you
Mm,
notice why I use the plane? Because there's vehicles that can take you out of not having, or, yeah, not having to having.
absolutely. Yeah. And
And you can get the resources. I keep using resources. Get the money or borrow the money or get somebody to put the money up for you. And when you get to your destination, you pay them back and give them a percentage. So they'll join forces with you. I know we talking right, but
absolutely. And
go
I,
ahead.
I, I want to add this. Those of you all who are listening, you're listening here for a reason. You go back and you listen again. You're here for a reason. You're listening this because God is trying to get you something. He's trying to instill something into you. He's trying to change your life, which is so important. So keep this in mind. Keep this in mind. God have sent people to assist you and help you, but you have to be open to receiving the information. You have to be open to receiving the information. If you're not open to receiving the information, and you're gonna miss it. You're gonna miss it. So, ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah, Mikhail, I wanted. That's the reason I just felt that I wanted to lead people that. That's that. Remember, This is about your financial goals, because we have to have people that have better thinking. And what I mean by better thinking, you just have to understand that just because you're where you are is not where you are is not where you're going to end up. That's what I want people to understand.
right,
That's why this is about your financial goals. Your financial goal is where you're going to end up, not where you are present day or where you've been. That's very important. Yeah, you can do it, you will do it, and you've already done it. You just start like with the. That's why now I know why I was told to just use those examples. Yes. so people can know it is possible. It's not impossible to go from no money to like $20 million. Go from no money to $100 million. It's not impossible. It happens all the time. Matter of fact, it happens more common than people want to tell you. Because most people be at work or they just be busy. Or I got a joke, Mikhail. It's for the people that like to stay busy to make the kids think they doing something. It's probably a bad joke, but it's funny.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So
For that. Well, absolutely. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much. Just remember these key points. Carlo Joseph made some powerful key points. Uh, hey, listen, when you plan your financial future, your wealth will outlast you. That's very important. And be able to be led by people who know what they're doing, okay? Um, that's important, I know the aspect that Carlos said, hey, not the aspect of being coachable, but I think you at some point you do have to be coachable. You have to be able to listen to someone who have already been where you're trying to go. I wouldn't try to reinvent the wheel. If someone has already accomplished something financially and I'm looking to accomplish what they've accomplished, I'm going to listen to them because I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel and try to figure this thing out. So, ladies and gentlemen, you have to be able to listen and allow someone else who's accomplished what you're trying to accomplish to lead you. And like Carlos said, you will do it. You will get there. You get to that next level. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for another amazing and empowerment episode right here with the Moguling Club for Moguling Talk. Plan your financial future. Keep moving forward and keep moguling because your future, your financial future, depends on it. Have a good night.